Have you ever wondered if the way you make money could actually pull you further away from God instead of bringing you closer to Him? You see, the Bible doesn't just talk about prayer, salvation, and eternity. It also talks a lot about money, stewardship, and how our choices in business affect our soul. In today's world, owning a business is often seen as the ultimate goal: freedom, wealth, and success. But here's the shocking truth. Not every business is meant for a Christian to own. Some businesses, no matter how profitable they seem, are like traps that slowly destroy faith, character, and integrity. And if we are not careful, we might end up building an empire that looks powerful in the eyes of men but is a disgrace in the eyes of God. That's why in this video, we're going to dive deep into 7 businesses Christians should never own. I'm not just going to list them. I'll explain why they're dangerous, back it up with biblical principles, and share how some of these industries are designed to profit from sin and destruction. So stay tuned until the end, because number 7 is one of the most common businesses Christians actually fall into without realizing its spiritual dangers. Let's get started. 1. Gambling and casino businesses. Now, let's start with one of the most obvious ones: gambling. The casino industry makes billions every year, but it thrives on exploiting weakness. People don't walk into a casino to get rich. They walk in with the hope of beating the odds, but the house always wins. And when the house wins, families lose. Think about it. How many stories have we heard of people losing their savings, their homes, even their marriages because of gambling addictions? The Bible is clear on this. In 1 Timothy 6 verse 10, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." Gambling feeds that unhealthy love of money, promotes greed over hard work. It teaches people to depend on chance instead of God's provision. And as a Christian business owner, running a casino or betting operation means you are literally profiting from someone else's downfall. That's not stewardship, that's exploitation. Instead of building businesses on chance, Christians are called to build on honesty, diligence, and trust in God. 2. Adult entertainment industry. The second business Christians should never own is anything tied to adult entertainment. Now, let's be real. This industry makes trillions worldwide. It's one of the largest industries on the internet. But what is it built on? Lust, exploitation, objectification. Jesus himself warned in Matthew 5 verse 28, "Anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." So imagine owning a business that directly encourages lust, adultery, and broken relationships. That's exactly what adult entertainment does. It destroys marriages. It rewires people's minds. It fuels trafficking. It takes something God designed as pure and beautiful, intimacy between husband and wife, and twists it into a business for clicks and dollars. And no matter how normal the world makes it seem, as a Christian, you can't justify owning or supporting it. Instead, Christians should build businesses that protect dignity, honor marriage, and uplift people instead of exploiting them. 3. Alcohol and tobacco businesses. Now this one is a little tricky because culture normalizes it. Alcohol shops, bars, tobacco companies, they're everywhere. But here's the truth. These businesses make their fortune on addiction. They profit when people can't stop drinking or smoking. Proverbs 20 verse 1 says, "Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise." Think about how many accidents, health issues, and broken families are linked to alcohol abuse. Think about the countless deaths caused by smoking-related illnesses. When you own a bar, liquor store, or tobacco brand, you're not just selling a product, you're selling something that destroys lives. As Christians, we should ask, am I helping people live better, or am I profiting from their destruction? Businesses should be about building up society, not tearing it down. 4. Payday loans and exploitative lending. Here's a business many don't think about: predatory lending. Payday loans, loan sharking, and other high-interest lending practices may look like helping people, but in reality, they trap people in endless cycles of debt. The Bible strongly warns against exploiting the poor. In Proverbs 22 verse 7 it says, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender." And in Exodus 22 verse 25, God tells the Israelites, If you lend money to one of my people among you who is needy, do not treat it like a business deal. Charge no interest. Owning a payday loan business might make you rich, but it does so by enslaving others financially. Instead of trapping people in debt, Christians should look for ways to create businesses that empower people to rise out of poverty. 5. Occult and witchcraft businesses. This one is often disguised as fun or entertainment. Businesses selling horoscopes, tarot readings, psychic hotlines, witchcraft supplies, and even certain New Age products may look harmless, but they open doors to the demonic. Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 to 12 says clearly, "Let no one be found among you who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord." Running a business that promotes the occult is not just spiritually dangerous for customers. It's dangerous for the owner too. You're literally partnering with darkness to make money. Christians are called to walk in the light, not in shadows. Our businesses should glorify God, not invite spirits that destroy. 6. Weapons and violence-based businesses. Now hear me clearly. I'm not talking about self-defense tools or ethical businesses that equip law enforcement. I'm talking about businesses that thrive on violence, illegal arms trade, or war profiteering. There are companies that deliberately fuel conflict because war is profitable. They make weapons, sell to both sides, and watch while innocent people pay the price. Psalm 11 verse 5 says, "The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion." If your business thrives when others are dying, you're in the wrong business. Christians should be peacemakers, not promoters of violence. 7. False religion and idolatry businesses. Hindu temple. And finally, number 7, the one many Christians overlook. Businesses built around false religion or idolatry. This could be businesses that sell idols, statues, charms, or merchandise that promotes worship of anything other than God. In 1 Corinthians 10 verse 14, Paul says, "Therefore, my dear friends, flee from idolatry." When you profit from idolatry, you're not just selling a product, you're selling a spiritual lie. You're encouraging people to put their faith in something powerless instead of the living God. Christians are called to spread truth, not profit from deception. So there you have it, 7 businesses Christians should never own. Let's recap. Gambling and casinos, adult entertainment, alcohol and tobacco, exploitative lending, occult and witchcraft, violence-based businesses, idolatry, and false religion. Here's the big takeaway. It's not just about making money, it's about how you make it. As Christians, our businesses should reflect our values, honor God, and uplift people, not trap them in sin or destruction. So I want to ask you, which of these surprised you the most? And what kind of businesses do you think Christians should own to make a positive impact? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if this video opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more biblical insights on faith, life, and purpose. Until next time, stay strong in your faith, stay wise in your choices, and may everything you build glorify God.